Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and today we are testing new Drugstore. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. I hope you're doing great, and I wanted to say hello. I also wanted to thank today's sponsor. It is Ana Luisa for their carbon neutral jewelry. Always a pleasure. So they are having a Valentine's special on their website. Buy one, get the other 40% off. These little sweeties are their latest in, I would say, the heart theme little jewelry. They're kind of, are they a huggy with a dangly? I'm not quite sure. But if you're not already familiar with Ana Luisa, they have sponsored videos throughout the year, and I am so grateful to work with them. They are a carbon neutral company. They are basically using already sourced materials. They are using ethical stones and metals. So no rainforests had to be cut down and no one had to die mining these items. The packaging is so cute. I love these little, they're kind of like these little cotton envelopes. This is a necklace that has, this mother of pearl. This is so pretty. And there's rings, there's statement necklaces and earrings. There are zodiac necklaces, and this is my Leo necklace. They also sent me this, it's a chain, and it's like a rope, and it is so beautiful. It is gold, and oh my gosh, it is just the coolest thing. So you can layer, you can stack, and they are affordable and they are just lovely. So give them a look-see, support them, tell them I sent you, use my link, and yeah. Now, into today's video, we have makeup. I did an Ulta haul and it was pretty big. And so I do have a lot of new things here. So I have two primers and I'm like, should I use both? I might. They are from Essence. They have the Skin Lovin' Sensitive Primer and the Prime Studio Poreless Skin Blurring Putty Primer. They're both silicone free. This one is fragrance free and this one is got smoothing squalane. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to put the putty primer in my pores. Well, you know, not in my pores, but I'm going to apply it where I always seem to have some pore action. This Farrah wing out of the way. All right, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of this sensitive primer, and this stuff is really nice. I'm so glad it has no fragrance, no alcohol. I should preface by saying I am wearing my Dermatology Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. It's my favorite. It's in the description box with a code if you want it. I love it. I really do. Now, the next item I have not shown you yet, and I am so excited. So I bought this off the Walmart website, and now I've just noticed it's on, I think, Ulta and Target. Store location availability, completely unpredictable. I have no idea. I've not seen it in stores. Neutrogena came out with a serum foundation. Look familiar? Yes. Okay, L'Oreal. Sensitive Skin Serum Foundation, Pro Vitamin B5. This has a Pro Vitamin B5 to maintain skin's moisture barrier. So again, no fragrance, no parabens, no alcohol. So this one has some big shoes to fill because I love the L'Oreal. I think even this has a better, it's a dropper, but I think it's less messy. Neutrogena was like, all right, okay, we can do that, but let's make it better. This light medium 02 is the shade. We'll see. So I'm gonna put it on with my Real Techniques Instapop face brush and see, let's see. Yeah, you know what? When you put the dropper into the bottle, it does not gush out. Okay, let's try. So I wore this like one time. What's funny is this, my brush cleaning soap has a scent, and so sometimes my brushes kind of feel a little scented. I wore this just randomly when my order came, and I slapped it on. I think it was like a Saturday. I was heading to my mom's, and I'm like, oh, I just want to see how this works. And I'm like, okay, it's nice. Now, what I like about it is that it looked so hydrating on my skin throughout the day. It is a very thin coverage. It's sheer. It's very skin-like. Like it might not even look anything, like maybe it cuts the redness just a little bit. I think that this was in the $14 range. So I'm pretty glad about that because Neutrogena launched was it their Healthy Skin Foundation a couple years ago? And they were charging like 20 bucks. And the L'Oreal True Match, I think, depending on which retailer, can be as much as $19.99. And I feel like for a drugstore brand, if it's not an independent brand, you know, like a smaller, the Lip Bar or Mented Cosmetics or something that's available at Target, but they're still a smaller brand. If you're talking Neutrogena, L'Oreal, you do not need to charge your customers $20 for a bottle of drugstore foundation. I'm Physicians Formula, like, you guys, settle down. Sorry. Drugstore is supposed to be more equitable for all, not we're going to compete with Sephora and Nordstrom and price everyone out. Where did this video go? I'm so sorry. Let's get back to the foundation. Okay. So it's nice. It is so dewy. Like this stuff is like, it is a drink of water for your skin. So if you are a dry skin, you will love this. The L'Oreal was self-setting. Like when I put the L'Oreal one on, I did not powder. It kind of just blended in. This one you will need, I feel like I need to powder. So, but I feel like even when you powder, the moisture keeps coming. Look at this. Not to mention the primer I use that has like moisturizing factors. So I just feel like the humectants in this is just insane. I'm gonna use the Revlon, the 5-in-1. This is a nice one. This shade is 015. It's a little, it's fine. I was gonna say, maybe it's a little pale. Yeah, I'm going to take a tiny bit of the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. What I want to do is use this blush. And I also have another blush that I picked up that is from Walmart, and it's from Found. And Found is such a great drugstore brand. I think it's only at Walmart, and I've only seen it online, but they have incredible, I think they have highlighters, and this cream blush is in the shade Coral Flush. And it is a flush. Look at me, I'm flushed. And so then I'm going to compare it to Pacifica's Fluffy Blush that I showed you. This is the shade Bloom. This shade is so beautiful. And I love how it's got like just this coral, it's just so pretty. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty blush brush. I need to be quick. Let's see. Now, true, this brush is for e.l.f. products, and this is not an e.l.f. product, but I figure a stipple kind of putty. How are we doing here? It's such a soft product, this Pacifica. I'm kind of wondering if this sort of messes up the makeup underneath. I don't know if I like this brush. I can say I am reporting on location that the cream blushes on both sides have not done anything weird over the powder. Do you see? Look what happened. That Neutrogena, my moisture is oozing out. Not what you say in a makeup video, Rebecca. My hydration is coming to the surface. I don't have a new bronzer from that haul, so instead I'm going to use my Sephora face that, this is the First Touch shade that I shared. This is kind of a contour, so I'm gonna go a little bit, I'm gonna apply it carefully. We are going to play with these Essence shadows. Yes, right? Let me hear it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on one eyelid, the CoverGirl primer. This lid lock, I got my hands on, and I don't think it's very new, but I just hadn't been able to find it, and so I finally got it. And there was a kind viewer, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name. I forgot which one of you. You said that be careful with this because it sets so quickly. So you want to do one eye at a time. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one eye, and I'm going to start with the Coffee Essence palette, and I'm going to put this, ooh, look at that. Look at how my eyelids are. I am going to do this. I'm gonna go in this lightest kind of peach shade, and we're just gonna do that. So I like the primer. It's intense. It does a nice job. It was still a little damp on the skin, but when I put the shadow on, so I think that it didn't make it tacky, it didn't make it streaky, like it just, you know, it just did its thing. I'm gonna take I have a pencil brush from Shop Miss A, and I'm gonna lower lash line. I'm gonna line my lower lash line. Good gracious, Rebecca. And I'm taking this shade. Oh, yes. Oh, shall we play with this nude? Look at that. I just want to stick my finger in this one right here. I'm going to put it over. It's very subtle. I'm gonna go in this shade right here. I feel like I'm kind of sort of going all over the place, you know, like combining these palettes. Because this has more of a mauve, and then of course this has more of like your rusts, caramels. So, but I like it. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Revlon has this liquid chrome ink liner. I got the shade Bronze Age. It's a pen. That is really cool. It's almost like an ink pen, the tip on that. It's so nice. It's in here. No, yeah, duh. So it's not in here, it's in here. You're like dipping it. And it looks like a pen. Innovative dip ink cap keeps tip saturated with color. dry out resistant flexible plush tip. Instructions: softly glide the pen tip along the lash line. I guess you can kind of use it as you can do it as a one and done. I'm gonna kind of go along my lash line and see how I do. What? I need a close up here. Close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. I can't not do my eyes with my mouth not open. There's a lot of double negatives in there, but you know what I mean. This is really cool. Yeah. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. I'm not sure if this shade is like, gives the intensity, but that is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye. I'll be right back. I'm going to play with two new brow products. So we've got the Tattoo Studio Maybelline. This is a, oh my gosh, do they call this like 36 hours? It has kind of the waxy end, and then it has this very interesting comb. And then I have the Pacifica Hemp Highest Def Fiber. So let's see. I kind of like, I played a bit with this Maybelline one, and I kind of like it to start and get just my brows sort of tacky with product. The comb is kind of cool. I think if you've already got full brows, you might just like this on its own, but this product doesn't seem to be enough on its own for me, unless you want a very subtle brow, but I want a little more, you know? More. Maybe it's deceiving. Maybe there's more product here than I thought. Not more product, maybe there's more, maybe I'm getting more pigment deposit to the hairs than I originally thought. So let's check this one out. It's shade Light Taupe. No, it's just light. I think it just comes in like light and medium or light and dark or something. I like it. I like the size of the spoolie. I like how much it's filling in my brows. So I think that's good. I mean, look at the difference between nothing and something that I bet you've seen. I could not find in any store, but Physicians Formula has these new butter powders, and this one is called Butter Buddies. This one is called Illuminating Powder, and I love the packaging. I love that it's flat and not kind of that oversized Physicians Formula packaging. Yeah, it has a scent, smells like buttered popcorn. And this though is so pretty. It is an illuminating powder, maybe kind of like the Essence powder. It could be a dupe for the new Jouer Blur sort of setting illuminating powder. So I thought this looked really pretty. I believe I found this Walmart.com because I couldn't find it. It was when I went on Ulta.com on the Physicians Formula store front, it had it in the photo. And then when you click on it, it only had the bronzer, or it only had like one of the items, even though all were pictured. It was very strange. So that was a week ago. I'm not sure, you know, what's happened since, but I was like, you guys, what are you doing? So I'm gonna use just a very, you know, not too dense brush. Ooh, that's a lot of powder kick. Okay, I want to just kind of do a light. I think this kind of blurs. I think it kind of gives a nice shine. Like, do you want this instead of highlighter because this is more Emilio, not Charlie? But it's also not, it's a very whitish cast. So, you know, it's not really gonna be for a darker skin tone just to kind of put everywhere. But it's pretty. I think I'm using it just, let me try a different brush. This is an e.l.f. brush. It's still, yeah, it has kind of a pinkish pale, but it's pretty. Okay, I think, okay, that brush changes. So this e.l.f. brush kind of puts it on a little more, this one looks almost shinier. And then this one almost looks like flat from that e.l.f. brush. Interesting. Milani Lip Fetish. This is the shade Petal. I don't think no, I did not share this one yet. I really want to try this. And that Essence Waterproof Liner. This is the shade Curious. I am curious how it looks. We're going to do the Essence liner feels very soft. I like it. Flora. Okay, ready? Here we go. I like this officially. I like it. The shadows are nice. They feel good. That liquid bronzer Revlon pen feels nice. It doesn't feel weird or tacky. The Neutrogena Serum Foundation feels good. I still feel very hydrated. Both blushes are doing great. Nothing has changed or shifted in a weird texture. The setting illuminating powder is more intense on this side from that brush. That was really interesting. So tools are key. And these shadows from Essence are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. So I'm a fan. Ooh, you know what's funny? As I think my eyebrows are already kind of falling. This one is anyway. It's funny how that works. I don't think this is as strong. The Pacifica is not as strong as the NYX Thicket, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video. Please check them out if you need gifts, if you want to treat yourself, if you just want to click on the link and see what they're all about. I welcome you to do that too. And I'll list below which items I showed you. I will list below the makeup I used, and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate that. And I hope you're good. Thanks so much and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.